There it is. Hopefully you don't see that name. What is going on, you guys? Today we have a special video. We actually have an unboxing video. We have an unboxing video for some motorcycle stuff, which we will show you here in a second. I'm super excited. We finally got a sponsor for the motorcycle. So we're gonna be doing some awesome shopper stuff with the Sportster 883. It's a 1999, so I'm super excited for that. Before we get to all of that craziness, let's go ahead and show you today's workout. We did shoulders and biceps. You might be saying this is kind of a weird combo, and I did this for two reasons. One, because I'm really trying to emphasize my triceps more, so I'm gonna start doing those by themselves. And then two, because the other day I was training arms with my buddy. We were doing arms and shoulders, and we did biceps first and then went on the shoulders, and we realized how good it felt to have a bicep pump and then also do shoulders at the same time. I don't know if it's just because your arms are already bent from having a pump, and then like side raises and things like that feel really good, but we're starting to do that. Biceps and shoulders and then triceps by themselves. So enjoy the bicep and shoulder lift, which we did with some family friends. All right, as you saw, big thanks to TC Bros for sending us all these parts, for sponsoring this bike build. I was actually really unsure if I was gonna be able to snag a sponsor for this bike or just sponsors in general for motorcycle stuff. Obviously fitness stuff, that's more like my forte, kind of what I do. And I also incorporate my motorcycle. So it's super cool that I was able to snag a motorcycle sponsor so I can kind of give you guys more content. I really wanted to do a chopper build with the 883, which is currently not running right now because the battery is dead. But I really wanted to do a build, and thanks to TC Bros, we're gonna be able to make that happen. Now, before we dive into things, I will say I'm getting ready to start school again. I got one more semester, at least I think. So how much of this is gonna be done here soon? Not really sure. Some of it will be done here soon, but a lot of it will probably be done. When I say a lot of it, most of the build will be done probably in the winter, just because one, I won't be riding it in the winter time, and two, I will be off from school and have more time to do that. Perhaps I'll have a couple weekends where I can come home and work on some stuff, but that's kind of where we're at right now. But enough being said, let's go ahead and dive into this. I have a general idea of what they sent me. I sent them a whole list of all the parts that I wanted on this build, and they would said they would send them this way. So I appreciate you guys. Let's go ahead and get into this. All right, so I honestly have zero idea what is in any of these boxes, at least like how they're packaged, or even if we have everything just yet. So you're seeing everything as I'm seeing it. And now I'm not gonna like really tear everything apart, just because I do want to do an unboxing or kind of show people what I got, also in some reels or for TikTok. So let's try not to cut ourselves and get these things open and not tear anything apart. Okay, dope. So this has a list of all the stuff that we got, and we'll just go ahead and read as we pull the stuff out. Lots of foam or bubble wrap. Ooh, I know what this is. We got to be real careful with this one because of leather. All right, so this first item is the TC Bros, what is it called? Rigid Cobra seat, black pleated. So I think the pleated is the stitching. But they had the kind that was kind of like the crossing pattern, and I really just liked how this looked instead, just straight across. And I also was gonna go with the king and queen style, but I figured, you know what? I kind of like just the single seat look, and then also I can kind of throw someone on here if I really need to. So that's super cool. Awesome. These next ones are super big, so we might leave them on the ground. Oh. All right, so this was the lighter of the two. These are gonna be a pain to get open. All right, so I'm pretty sure I know what this one is, just by the feel of it. Yep. So the next thing we got here are possibly the one thing that I could probably do here soon before I go back to school, and that is the 6-over fork extensions. So thankfully I don't have to do anything to the frame, and these seem to be, from what I've seen on the internet, pretty easy to install. Nothing too crazy. And they come with all the instructions, which is pretty cool, on how to take everything apart, put everything on. So those are awesome. Those are really heavy. I honestly was kind of regretting getting the 6-overs. I didn't know if I would want the 8-overs, but either way, it's gonna look dope with that crazy rake. And possibly down the road, we'll do the 8-overs. But this is a good starting point for the bike. We're honestly running out of room already. All right, the next thing on the list. Oh wow, this is dope. So I need to be careful with what I'm throwing out. So we got parts in here. So this is actually, let me get the name of it here. So this is the Tail Kickback DIY Sissy Bar Kit. I like the kickback look on these. I think it looks really dope. And I personally love sissy bars, so super heavy duty, man. You can see the kickback there. So that's awesome. It comes with all the mounting brackets, all of the fancy stuff that you need. I'm guessing it comes with directions as well with how to do all of that. But with this, it's kind of like however, you know, whatever setup you have on your bike. A little TC Bro sticker, that's dope. So let's move on. Super excited about this, especially for one, having a passenger, and two, being able to like tie my bag to it or tie extra tank of gas to this. It just provides a lot. And honestly, feeling like you have something behind you is really reassuring. Especially when you have a book bag on, you feel like you're not gonna fly off the back when you have a sissy bar or something back there. What else is in here? Oh, I'm surprised they fit everything in here. We got a lot of bubble wrap. All right, so next up on the list is the 6 raw steel flat bobber / chopper fender. Pretty basic old fender. Honestly, with a lot of this stuff, I don't know if I'm gonna paint it. I like the steel brush look, so perhaps it's something we'll leave, something we'll look at down the road, because like I said, a lot of this we're not gonna be able to do anytime soon, at least not within the next couple weeks or months, so might leave it all raw metal. Don't know how good that is for the metal. Now I'm thinking about it, we should probably paint it. But super dope, pretty basic. Let's move on. One thing I gotta say so far is everything feels so like durable. It feels like, it doesn't feel cheap at all. Everything feels like there was like actual thought behind it. Like the tubes feel awesome. This seat, the upholstery on this seat is insane. Just the detail and everything that has gone into this is pretty awesome. So let's move on to the big dog. All right. Yes, so this is the main event. This is what we've all been waiting for. Oh, wait, we got one more small thing that I kind of forgot about. All right, so this right here is the TC Bros horseshoe oil tank. So, bada bing, bada boom. With asking for a new frame, which is kind of just spoiled what this is. There's a lot of other stuff I had to ask for just because like everything's not gonna fit with all the stock stuff. So wasn't sure if the oil tank on here was gonna fit, so we had to grab this one. Awesome. All right, so if you guys don't know already, something popular with choppers and bobbers in general, or at least that kind of like scene, is to hardtail your frame, meaning you take all the rear suspension out of the back, and that's exactly what this is. Some people do it on their own, but thankfully TC Bros and a couple other motorcycle companies who are kind of like the leading people when it comes to like choppers, they make hardtail frames already. So that's what we got here. And what's super cool about this is that every part comes with the instructions that you need to install it. So with this, after watching a couple videos, I know that it tells you exactly where you're gonna be cutting your frame, your stock frame, and exactly where all the cuts are gonna be made, all the measurements, things like that. And it seems pretty self-explanatory. It seems like it's not a simple process, but they've made it as easy as they could, which is awesome. So right here, I think this is where the battery or oil pan is gonna sit. Not sure, we'll have to see all that, but look at this thing, man. This is awesome. So that's gonna wrap up the unboxing. I'm gonna put everything together so we can all look at it real quick. And then, yeah, that's gonna wrap up the video. All right, boom, here it all is. We'll just do a quick rundown again before we wrap things up. I have so much bubble wrap in my garage right now, it's insane. A lot more packaging than I expected. I don't know why I didn't expect there to be a lot, but a lot of stuff. So starting from over here, like we said, the Cobra seat, this is awesome. This is probably my favorite piece right now. It's just dope. Which kind of brings us into the fender here. Thankfully this is gonna sit nice and flush on that fender, so it's gonna look dope. Let's just go ahead and do a little mock up here. Boom. Boom. This is gonna be higher up, like that. Woo, boy. And then sissy bar. Boom. Look at that. We got a little bike coming together. And then the oil pan goes underneath, obviously. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get these fork tubes on within the next week. We got to get this battery fired back up and figure out that wiring issue. But once that's done, we're gonna attack those fork tubes and hopefully get that crazy rake. Even though we don't have the hardtail, we're still gonna try to get the tubes done. And I might feel like I'm freaking hanging off the back even more now with the fork tubes lifting me up in the air, but who cares, it's gonna look sick. So that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the lift. First off, like I said, just starting to do shoulders and biceps now. Feels really good. Maybe something you should try, try to get away from the traditional arm day and maybe try to do, like just biceps and shoulders and triceps on their own, because as you know, like triceps are like 3/4 of your arm. At least it's what people say, so why not train them more? And then, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the unboxing. If you guys haven't already, go check out TC Bros. They have an awesome website, awesome people over there, and I can't thank them enough for sending me this stuff. And I'm super excited to like see where this relationship goes, this partnership, and just do some awesome stuff with them. And not only, promote their business, but also, build a dope bike. So let's go ahead, wrap this up. I love you guys. We'll see you for the next video.